Nisongesha extension hivi. Ndio nisonge nyuma hivi. All right, happy Sunday everybody. I hope you're very fine as we try to make ends meet. Hiyo meza songesheni huko. All right, guys. Welcome to today's reaction. Of course, we can't sleep without doing a reaction either on Nyaboanze, Nigeria, or Oga, or Being at the Top, or any other. So let me begin with the first that I've watched. That is Nyabohanze, before I get to Nigeria, guys. So how are you? I hope you're doing well. I really appreciate you guys. You are coming very strong for me. My watch hours are almost approaching because I'm now lacking around 198. And I know as the week pulls, possibly by the time we are ending the week, we will have reached 4,000 watch hours. And I'm so glad that it's because of you that I'm making it, right? I can't really say that it's because of my effort to make videos that I'm really making it. It is because of you guys. As you keep watching, my watch hours continue growing and I realize my objective, okay? Yeah, so I really appreciate your presence. I love the way you come handy even when I'm in class, because most of the things I do, they are related to my work. I'm a teacher. So I sometimes do content in class, you know, and it's because I know that through my lessons, we have people who are learning from it. I also do content that focuses on entertainment. That is why you see my shorts mostly focus on myself, what I do. Actually, I am a fan of martial arts. I also love a lot of dancing, and the kids around me also do the same. So when you see my shorts and some people think it's AI, oh no, most times I just love to do the dancing, martial arts, you know, because I did taekwondo. So because of taekwondo, that is why you will see my shorts focus towards such things. I am also doing very well on my page Facebook. Of course, the Facebook page was already monetized. I'm so glad and I thank God for that. And I encourage most of you, if you love just posting pictures, don't post for free. Do monetize them on Facebook page. Go to professional spotlight, make them professional. Post reels, short reels, you know, some things like dancing. The advantage with Facebook is that it allows you even to upload reels whereby you are playing somebody's music, unlike YouTube. I just wish that YouTube would allow us to do the same. We would really have a lot of content. You know, some of us have a limited life. You just go to work, come back to the house. Go to work, come back to the house. Sometimes you don't go to the rural so much. You have a home in rural. You don't go so much because you have done more where you stay, okay? There is something about where you stay. You do much where you stay. But I really appreciate you guys are coming handy for me. And as you watch even for 10 minutes, it means a lot to me. It means a lot, all right? And I appreciate some of your comments. Some of you coming out to critique me, it's okay. Because when we do anything on public platform, we don't expect everybody to cheer us and say we are doing good. Some will come and say, you are not doing good, you should do this. And we'll listen, but it depends with also what I want to do. So thank you so much. And today I'm doing reactions on 3 things. Halima, I'm seeing you for the first time. Thank you so much. Welcome. And consider subscribing to the channel. Like the video also, just to enhance my meta-analysis. So I really appreciate. Sometimes my camera just turns and I don't see the people chatting, but currently I can clearly see. So I appreciate Halima. Big up to you. Big up, big time. Yeah. So how about the scams in the house? You know, some people agreeing that they are scams, others saying it is not a scam. It is what it is, depending on what you want to see I'm very good, Halima. What about you? Are you well? I hope you are well on this Sabbath day, Sunday. But Sabbath day begins from Friday with some going to the mosque. Then we have those who go on Saturday. Then now we have the final thing with others going on Sunday. So all of us, as long as we believe in Allah or God, I believe all is well. Yeah, so I hope Halima is fine. And everybody else who is watching, I hope you find like the video as we proceed. Yeah. So, where do we begin? Do we begin from Dimwango lost in the bush in Tanzania? Or do we talk about David Jr. doing some philanthropy to an old lady and threatening to fire Brian? Or do we talk about the visitation that the parents to Rosho are almost going to have to step in Nyabohanse and sit around their daughter? Or do we talk about the reviving of the archives? We are learning from people like Marwa. We are learning. Every single day, we are learning. That sometimes when there is no content, people can go to archives and do it, and of course people will watch. But that is the beauty of having a lot of subscribers. Once people trust you as a content creator, you can make Netflix views even from the archives. That's what I saw on Marwa's video, if I'm not wrong. There was a video I saw and I thought that because he had mentioned the parents of Rosho are supposed to come in Kenya, I thought they had come, only to see that they were reviving the old videos when he went to Argentina. Kelly Sharp, hello. Yeah, I'm so glad you always watch me, even when I'm in class. And I'm sometimes sorry that in class I cannot now go saying hi. But sometimes I tell students to say hi when we are finishing. So I'm so glad Kelly Sharp supports me big time. So thank you so much for being such a good friend that watches me all the time. Yeah. Oh, Kelly Sharp says he loves my teaching videos and I'm so appreciative. Yeah, because the reason why I post those videos and even do lives in class, I just want to give the students courage. Our students sometimes lack courage, and giving that freedom to just have the freelancing and they do their thing without fear, and also knowing that the international audience are watching, it has really helped them to have confidence. Even when they answer in class, they answer because they know that they are doing something great. And I always encourage them, tell them that even if you give a wrong answer, it won't kill you. It will just encourage you to do better next time. So thank you so much, Kelly Sharp, for loving my teaching videos. And we are here on Sunday because I'm not at school. And also my reaction for today has to go on. I'm doing a reaction today towards the matters in Nyabohanse. Of course, I also like doing some reaction on Nigeria stuff and Kenyan stuff for the popular YouTubers because it's one way of growing, guys. Of course, we have a lot of people who find fun in what we do, and there are those who don't like it, but we will go with those who love it because the majority love it, all right? So thank you so much for all that you do for me, Kelly Sharp, Halima, Yilmaz. There is Yilmaz. And there are so many other people who keep coming. I'll be recalling them in case they show up here. Yeah. Somebody's calling. I don't know whether to receive or not because it's going to interfere. It's going to interfere with my video. My goodness. Let me just answer. Alright, I told you. Once I receive a call, automatically it affects the chats. I can't see those who are chatting, but I hope that they'll understand me because currently, like now, the chatting part is not showing below, but I just have to proceed. But sometimes there are calls you cannot ignore. Anyway, let's proceed and see where Dimwango has landed. The funny thing about Dimwango, it's not everything she does that is wrong, because even visiting the Tanzanian Hozambe family, it's something that particularly myself would wish to go visit these people who talk in they use clicking like the Hosa people in South Africa. They talk using clicking and all that. They have a language, they have a life, but they are nomads, pastoral nomads who live in the bush, and they survive by, going hunting and fishing. That's how they survive. And they live a very funny life that is so interesting in terms of culture. So there is nothing wrong with Dee Mwango visiting them, but then the problem is that she wants to lie to the audience a lot. You know, when she left Nyabohanse, of course, you remember in one of my videos, I clearly said that Dee Mwango is just going to Tanzania. She had insinuated it long ago. But then when she wants to travel, then she cheats people that she's going to a very distant destination. She's leaving Africa. I'm like, why lie? Why lie? Because if I'm a traveler, I can just prepare people that I'm going to Ozambe, just the same Wodemaya does it. Wodemaya normally tells people I'm going to Taure's land. I'm going to see whether I can attempt to visit Taure. And then we watch. I don't see any problem with that. Then why should Dee Mwango cheat us that she has a ticket, the boyfriend has bought a ticket, I don't know to where. Then the only destination she lands is Tanzania. Now we see her swimming in, I don't know whether it's a dam or a pond or something. And later on, we see her with the Hazambe family. Was there any wrong with her telling us that she's going to visit the Hazambe family and show us the culture? I wouldn't have a problem with that. So what makes her lie actually? I don't understand, because when she left, she told us that she's having an emotional moment leaving home. And do you know one thing with Dee Mwango's home and Tanzania? It's just a few kilometers away, you know? Somewhere you don't need a ticket for. You just need to book a matatu and go. And of course you can look at the videos. Let me show you one of the videos. Let me show you the video here. Okay, here it is.
What's going on over there? I'm doing the work. I'm doing everything.
Yeah, look at this video here. Annabelle, hey, stop making noise. Open that door slowly.
In here, we are about 20 people in it. Very, very, very squeezed. Breathing was just a problem. As you all see, all the dust gets into the Land Cruiser, you know. It was such a ride, okay? So wish me all the best as we go through this. You can see it's packed to the brim. Others even are looking behind as we keep going, full of dust and all that. So let's keep going. I can't wait to get to my final destination.
All right, so Dee Mwango actually took a ride in a Land Cruiser, and she landed in the Hazambe family. After landing, she tells us in a video, I work so hard, I sacrifice a lot, so give me a like. And I'm like, sister, you can simply tell us to like. Don't tell us that you sacrifice a lot, because Tanzania is not so far from your home. And you are not using even a lot of money. Because the other day I was wondering, how is Dee Mwango actually making it to travel abroad? Because according to what she posted, she said she's leaving Africa. Now she posts a video, she's in Tanzania. Of course, we knew even before she started posting. That is what my intuitions told me, that she's just in Tanzania. Because I had heard in another video she was planning, before her birthday, she was planning that she will be going to a road trip in Tanzania. Possibly she did not get people who wanted to collaborate and go alongside her, and therefore she picked on Uncle Mo, possibly for security purposes or whatever. Or is it because he is so, sometimes he's more of a clown in most of his videos. So now they go about. Now when you look at that vehicle, does it look like something she has paid a ticket, an expensive ticket for? Because when she said in her video that her boyfriend has paid a ticket, and she was like, my boyfriend paid a ticket for me, I knew that she's going to Poland, only to see her in Tanzania. Anyway, Tanzania has a lot of things. including if you want to go to the parks, if you want to go to the museums, you want to go to, the Hazambe family, which is known, even Wodemaya went to visit them. We had another lady, there is another lady who does content, YouTube. She also went to visit. And as I've told you, I would also plan to go visit Tanzania, the Hazambe family, because they are unique. But then I would not come here to cheat you that I'm going to, I don't know, outside Africa. Then I only land there. This is the second time she's doing this. Now, what I'm looking at is that if she keeps doing this, people will lack interest in her content. Because the other time she cheated that she was also going outside Africa. And even asked the subscribers to guess where her destination is. Some were guessing Poland. It's good to go see your boyfriend. Some were guessing she's going to, I don't know, UK. Some were guessing she's going to Jamaica. Only for her to go to Mombasa, come back to Nairobi, and land there, then come back to Nyabohanse. Now, that is not even the biggest mistake. Now, the biggest mistake came when some subscribers began to ask, Dimwango, how comes you did not go outside Africa and you told us that? Then she began saying, which destination do you want to hear? Which destination haven't you watched on my channel? Haven't they visited 50 countries? Which one have you not seen? She told them, did I use a rope to fly and land in Nairobi? Did I use a rope to fly and land in Mombasa? And I was like, my sister, calm down. Calm down. These people do not have any war with you. They do not have any war with you. They are simply trying to ask because you promised them. And there is something they are doing. They are following you. It's not about where you went earlier. They want a new destination. So congratulations for going to Hazambe family. It's a cultural situation. However, why are you saying you are trapped? Why is that title there? You are saying trapped and lost. And that is why my own is lost in the bush. Alright? Because we are just flowing the vibe till the end. Alright, so let's see here. Oh my God, commercial break.
From one place to the other, okay, in search of animals, food, water, you just name it. And you all see how the kids are happy despite all the challenges here, but still they have a reason to smile. They have so many skin of different animals that they have actually hunted before, and they keep them as prestige and also use them as part of their clothing. Okay, so you can imagine in ancient days they completely 100% dressed in animal skin, like monkeys, you name them, warthog, all the animals that they have actually hunted before. And so I'm so happy to be here. Let's get to interact with them more as we set the ball rolling for hunting and gathering. Just the way you wake up, go for groceries. Here they wake up, go to the bush to make ends meet. Enjoy with us.
Baby in Bilibi.
Uh-huh.
Quartet.
Okay.
Ya fafa yutu itiku ashana kaka achana geweda moto nata lita tenkaya hatazana nakona na mana koma osai
Yeah, so you realize that Dimwango is not even getting what these people are saying. She did not come along with anybody who can interpret what they are saying. I wonder why this happened, because if I decide to go visit the Hazambe family, I would prefer to go with somebody who understands their language so that they will be telling me what they are saying. That is what Wodemaya does most of the times. So that you are enjoying, you are not just saying, when you do that, it means you are not even understanding what they are saying. So Dimwango reached there. She had not gone with an interpreter because, of course, automatically Uncle Mo does not know this language. The Hazambe people speak using clicks. They click and they speak some words, just like the Hosa people in South Africa do. Now, this is one of the dream destination people would have because of the culture of these people, which is unique. You know, in the modern times, finding a society whereby they just live by hunting, and they wake up, go hunt, come back with some things they eat and sleep. Now you realize that there is a wanting kind of life here, because even their kids don't go to school. Their kids don't go to school, and these people keep moving from one destination to another all the time. Yeah. And of course, one day I'll be going to these people, but automatically I'll look for an interpreter. I don't want a situation where I'm just saying, and yet I'm not getting what they are saying. I need a situation whereby even my audience will be getting what these people are saying. Guys, thank you so much for watching my video. If you are new here, remember to subscribe. I'm on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Currently, I'm at 2560, and I really appreciate you guys. You are coming handy for me, and also those who watch at least 30 minutes into my video. I don't know what to give you, because you are just God sent. Because when you watch, the longer minutes you watch, the more empowering you are to me. You are actually enabling me to reach the goals that I have dreamed to meet for so long without realizing them. Guys, let's proceed with the video. Of course, I'm skipping some parts and just picking some of them that are essential here. So we follow this as they go to hunt.
What if the sky
commercial
could twist
break
itself
again.
into a weapon? Or what if a single breath of wind could tear up...
They just spotted a bird. Because anything we find along the way, we go with it. We don't leave anything. We got something, guys. Just like that.
Alright, so Dimongo had to go to inside that bush and follow them as they are hunting while recording. And they came along with the bird. Okay.
Wow. We got a pigeon. We got a pigeon. Woo! Wow. So basically, anything they find their way, they have to take, because, you know, you don't let anything go, whether small or big. The bird trying to look for the angles.
Alright, so we can see in the bush Dimongo recording as these people shoot. Okay. Now after that, she came back with them to the village. Of course.
Can we rise and we'll try again? Okay, so we're just resting, and it's amazing to see how, you know, even the kids are happy despite all the life challenges here. Look at that. Type of wood.
Hami yako bawo hako eje yako hami yako ahanga.
So Dimango is seated right there. She does not understand what they are saying, but she's right there. And I'm like, sister, you could have got an interpreter, and also you should have studied this culture even before you went. Because once you do that, it allows you to do a very good video. You know, you do a video based on what you already know and the reality on the ground, so that you don't just do a video where you are not even sure what they are doing, what they'll do, you know, such things. So and also like having them narrate to you why they love this kind of life, instead of just having them talk randomly to you and not getting what they are after, you know. That is what I wish. But Dimango's way, she went randomly with Uncle Mo, and then they began recording. They had to put on, of course, the skin, just like the people. You know, when you go to a place that is new, you have to amalgamate, you know. Hey, it is what it is. Content is not a joke. So, what I don't just like in Dimango's choice is that she decided to lie to us. Before she started the journey, she had said she's leaving Africa. Tanzania is Africa. In fact, it's East Africa. Now, I don't see any harm in Dimango just telling us that I am going to visit Tanzania. Tanzania is a very good land with a lot of things. As I've said, we have museums, we have parks, we have places, the Kilimanjaro, and we have even the rivers, that is, you know, water points that are very interesting. Then you can also add on that, you know, even the universities. You can decide to visit Dar es Salaam and all that, you know, variety of things, of course. Instead of hiding for all that, then yesterday, previously she posted a video on swimming. Then now she has come up with the Hazambe family, Hazabe. I'm like, what exactly did you want to tell us, you know? Anyway, let me just pick some part of this before I proceed. Something small here. Okay, yeah, so we can proceed. I've done what I wanted to do here. We can proceed. I'll use this for something here. Yeah, so she was there as they began to sing in clips. The Zambe people. Zambe people are not a deal anyway.
If you look younger than your age, you might be one of us. The 12 types of
Let's skip the advertisements as we proceed.
Move to a different location. And if you're already dead, what they do is actually go get some cow meat, get the skin, cover it, you know, they cover you with the skin, and then they leave. So when the hyena comes to eat the skin, the animal skin, they also get the body, and the hyenas get to enjoy your body.
Okay, so Dimango was giving us some little history around these people, but she didn't seem to have researched a lot. Of course, like they are saying that one of them, if one of them dies, what they do is they make sure that they cover them in a cow skin. Then when the hyena comes for the cow skin, then they also eat the human being. So they don't bury. How I wish that these people, even though they have a unique culture, they deserve to be informed about the current life, and also to be created, given a way, or rather a village where they can settle, so that they are not going to have this continuous life, because their life is kind of, they are straining. And also their kids are being left out by the modern world. Anyway, she also went to a lady here who was eating raw meat, chewing it with difficulty. And also she crushed some baobab, fruits, and took some seeds. Let's look at this before we proceed.
Real life.
Look at that.
Look at how she eats it.
That is almost raw.
Half of it.
That meat is almost raw anyway.
That's cow skin.
It's almost raw. But anyway, it is what it is. So let's move ahead and talk about the archives, guys. Of course, we are expecting Rochelle Cabrera's parents in Nyabohanse.
To my channel.
We are really expecting her there.
Today,
Okay.
or in
But
organizations
meanwhile,
like this, I don't want to put myself in deep waters that I don't know. So I choose to protect myself. I already participated in my own way, and I know that I was able to be a vessel for more blessings. No. Acá no. All this
Oh my God.
yeah, so Rochelle came out today in her video known as Special Surprise to say that she has done a surprise for the orphanage and she's not going to dig herself into it because of the sagas. And I'm like, all right, if these sagas were not brought out by the people who follow you, Marwa was so happy because having landed in an orphanage, people would really be supportive, of course, What are you doing, Tiff? I charge? It's not charging. Huh. What's wrong with your computer? It doesn't charge. Okay. So, he was so glad to have landed here. And also a lot of people had said that the orphanage would change. However, the orphanage could not change at all. It's not going to change much because, of course, they have undug the old negative and brought it to the streets. And people picked it a lot and have spread. So automatically, even the little help they were receiving may be going weaker. So I'm not going to see any possible positive that would really impact on the orphanage. Although they have already impacted by roofing whatever structure they were doing. But then the reality is that if the orphanage did not have any problem, Marwa was so glad that that was not going to be the next thing to use to ask for help. He says asking for help or support. And people would actually come in because the other day he was bragging, saying that people sent already 2,000 USD to him when he said that there was disaster. And he clearly said that if he wanted even more, he could announce a campaign. And people would send millions and people will not do anything about it. They can go die in their corners of poverty, but nothing is going to happen to him. Anyway, it is what it is. So, Rochelle decided today to sit down and say that she will not get more involved in matters orphanage because she doesn't want to get into things she does not understand. I'm like, okay, if that is what you decide, good for you. So she gave us a special surprise here.
Shadrach, zimetoka Amerika, zote ni zako. Look how Shadrach is.
Surprise.
And look, this is the shoes Shadrach really loved.
Yeah, we are keeping it because the other one is in America. It will come eventually. So we are keeping this one.
No, they couldn't find it.
They couldn't find it?
Yes, I talked to French Town grandpa, and he said they couldn't find it.
I thought they did.
I think because of the baby Rocio, we could sit there.
Okay.
Because of Maisha.
Oh my goodness, let's skip that. So the surprise in her video was Shadrach's,
will invest 2.5 billion shillings to boost
skip
agricultural
this
funding for
commercial
small
break,
and medium
please.
enterprises. Okay.
Let me carry help.
Yeah, so You remember the Gideon, is it Gideon or Goodwin, who came to the villa from America? Of course, the Trench Town grandpa and Jamaican uncle had given him presents to bring. So Shadrach is among the beneficiaries, and the gifts are here for him. However, as always, there is one shoe missing. I'm like, when you send a pair as a gift to somebody, why should something be missing? Anyway, it is missing again. Yeah, so the surprise was given here. And why I brought this is just that you have to understand Trenchtown Grandpa has been a friend to Marwa. He began to support Marwa. He also stepped in Nyabohanse. And then he had an interest in Percy the widow. Percy the widow actually received a lot of help from Trenchtown Grandpa, the children educated and all that. It reached a time when now Trenchtown Grandpa wanted more than just helping the kids. He wanted a relationship. And possibly Percy was even asked for nudes at some point. She began sending nudes to Trenchtown Grandpa. Then Trenchtown Grandpa organized and sent her money to go to Nairobi. They were supposed to meet in a certain B&B. Percy did not show up. And there were a lot of problems that began to happen then. Gintu, Max One, and many other people were standing behind Percy and spreading information about Trenchtown Grandpa. Now, what I don't understand in Nyabohanse is that a whole woman, 40 plus or 30 plus, can be willing to send nudes to somebody, then later on, they come out and claim that they were being forced to. How can somebody who's just calling you intimidate you and force you to send nudes? So she sent the nudes all over the place, and she was sending with her face. Oh my God, chai. So this happened, and well, it backfired. Trenchtown Grandpa, because of course he has money, he decided to turn against Percy and any reactor who had talked about the same aspect. And of course they turned that into a case, indicating that Percy was saying a lie. Percy had been, I don't know what. So they decided even not to support her children anymore. The wife Doreen and Trenchtown Grandpa. And it became a fuss in the entire Nyabohanse. If you watched something around this year, was it February or March? That is when that story was trending. Now you've just heard in Marwa's video, him mentioning Trenchtown Grandpa. Trenchtown Grandpa, when he left Africa and went back to UK, he sent a very big parcel to Marwa. It had cloth, if you have ever watched them. Clothes that really brought a lot of issues. Matiko's, Amurimi's father being sent away from the villa, he was being told, you cannot come into my compound for clothes because your children abuse me and you keep quiet, you know. We saw a lot of reactors reacting to us how the clothes were distributed, people fighting, looking for this, hiding this, you know, saying, I want this and that and that. And people are like, why should we care? After all, it was given to Marwa. Marwa even had to make a video and ask Grandpa, Trenchtown Grandpa, how do you want me to dispute the clothes? And the Trenchtown Grandpa said, you can do what you wish with them because those people in Africa are very ungrateful. I was like, really? Trenchtown Grandpa, you are trying to call all Africans unappreciative? We are not unappreciative. The only thing is that we want clear terms. Like, if somebody wants to have a relationship with me, they should just state it from the beginning. So that I don't believe that whatever they are helping as donors or philanthropists, only later to find that they want me in a relationship. Let me have it clear from the beginning so that if I accept and we go on and on, that is an agreement. But then at first, if you look like you are a donor, sponsoring philanthropist, then later on you want nudes, and then later on you begin to say, I sent money, somebody did not show up. Anyway, it is what it is. I don't know. What is your thought on this? So finally, we've been hearing of cases, court cases. Now today, I watched this video. Let me bring it out. I watched this video from Max, and this is what he was saying. He was digging a lot of receipts as evidence against Mr. Cecil. And I'm like, why are you wasting your time? Wait for that in court. Wait to do that in court, not on YouTube.
Where were
Let's
they
watch
when
this.
this grandma was vulnerable? If Mr. Cecil thinks that maybe it's because he's rich, now he has got all the right to intimidate me. Let me tell you, you continue opening the cases, there's no problem. But the evidence is there, the solid evidence is there. And today, I'm going to revisit and to bring out the evidence, because the video that I did, I only went alive. I remember the videos that they are claiming that he's claiming that I spoke like, oh, the things that they were doing in Pasi was not true. He never summoned Pasi to Nairobi. He never called him in a hotel. I think the videos are here, and I want to put the receipts here so that we'll be watching. Because again, I don't want to speak, and later they say, Maxwell, you never put the evidence. So I'm now going to put the evidence, and I'm not going to leave any evidence, but I'm only going to put like 3 receipts of evidence.
All right, guys, you've heard him, and you can go watch his full video. I was looking at this and I was just wondering, Max, if you have been summoned in court, the best way to handle this case is to wait for the court case, go in the court with evidence. Enda uleta ni ya maziwa nani? Enda uleta ya maziwa. Okay, just a minute or two. Let me do something before I can finish on this. Salama. All right. So we can proceed. Yeah, so what happened is something that really went viral, and I don't think it's only Max who responded to it. And I don't know why these people had to pursue this case against maybe Max, because there are so many reactors, including Pamela, Caro, and many others who talked about that aspect of nudes and Trenchtown Grand Pass case. So when they are bringing it out again, I think somehow, it is a lame case, because from my understanding, it is something that has evidence about what Trenchtown Grandpa was doing. And I'm just imagining if he ever sent messages to Percy and maybe Percy did not delete them. What if they are used against him? Because the only thing he can do is to switch off from that. He is just a subscriber of Marwa who had decided to help, but then he had other intentions. And of course, he knows within himself that he really wanted Percy not just to support the kids, but he wanted her as a side hustle, I would call. As a side hustle when it comes to Africa, or Nyabohanse in particular. He wanted a relationship with her. So even when he comes out and begins to really seem like he's complaining, I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe it's just to silence people so that they don't talk about the truth. But everybody knows in Nyabohanse that indeed Trenchtown Grandpa had an interest in Percy. Percy also came out to say this. And if you look at videos, you can go back to, you will find these videos. And in Kenya, so many people reacted, and not just in Kenya, even BBTV and any other reactor. If you check around that time, because that time I was not reacting to Nyabohanse, I was more focused on Nigeria and Oga Obina and political aspects. But I know, because I watched the videos then, and I know what was going on. So guys, let's actually listen more to Max. And also, he's not reasoning, because how would you come on YouTube and begin to pour out all this? Is he also trying to prove that he has a point, or why is he coming out on YouTube? Because YouTube is not a court. If you have been called to court, wait for court, go with your evidence and beat someone in their own game. You don't have to come to the streets of YouTube to justify anything. But that's what Max is actually doing, and I'm like, okay, that is Nyabohanse for you. So he brought out receipts about Percy, Pamela, and many others. Like this one here.
The hospital, and I'm back. And me don't want to call. When they call, I don't want to pick. I don't want.
Let me, because I'm seeing this man will eventually come to say that he needs something, that he supported me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to record an evidence. How this man is molesting me, how this man is asking me to do things that I don't want, how this man is sabotaging me. Now the receipt is here, my family. Percy came out and she was like, oh, I have the audio. The audio will speak for me. Do it on my mouth. Come do it on my mouth. Let us do it normal. I'll take you to the biggest hotel where Dimwangu shall takes his family. I don't know even how to speak. But with time, I was like, oh, the grandma can speak. The grandma can laugh. You remember, there is a time when Daniel came out and said he needs his own home.
All right, guys. Let's go to another aspect. There is something that Chacha tells and the rest of them were trying to actually bring out about Daniel, and so many reactors have had different perspectives. Of course, I did a reaction to show how Daniel showed his life is at risk and all that. But guys, let's look at the other side of the coin, because I normally want to look at things in two ways. I want us to check for the Daniel Meters video. Let me just check on that video before we proceed, because there is something not adding up also. Daniel Meter currently is posting as the journey of Brian and Daniel. Let's just see whether he posted something today, because the other day he was from Kisumu. He came to plant trees, then he was there making a video trying to ask grandma that she takes over the house he is living. Yesterday I saw him with Marwa trying to say that he will make sure that Brian is the manager of Brian. I'm like, okay, that Daniel is the manager of Brian. I'm like, okay, what is this? You said in your video you are going to make sure Daniel focuses on his projects. You'll pour some tipper, some fuso of sand. Now here you are saying that you are going to let Daniel be the manager. What if his life is at risk, as he was trying to pose, or was it a faking until you make it? Because again, at some point I don't understand Daniel at all. At some point, let me assure you of that. Now, Chacha came out to say that in the first place, Daniel is not a full orphan. You know, we have partial orphans and we have full orphans. What am I meaning here? I mean this: if all your parents have died, you are a full orphan. If only one has died, you are a partial orphan. So it seemingly happens that Daniel Mwita has a mother, though the mother lives far away. Automatically, most times when women lose their husbands when they are young, they tend to get married again. They get to be remarried. So it seems that Daniel's mother remarried, and therefore Daniel feels like a total orphan, but he knows he has a mother. So on the first video, when he was talking to MARWA, and we can even dig for it, but I don't see the sense, he told MARWA that he was a full orphan. Now, Chacha have decided to come out because they feel people want to adopt him and assist, and they have said he's not a full orphan. Now, why do you think Daniel did this? Why do you think Daniel did this? Did he do it because he saw Brian is being helped out of being a full orphan? That is my question and my thought also. In my opinion, he did that because he knew Brian was assisted because he was a full orphan, so he wanted also to do the same so that he can look like he really needs help. Let's just go back to that video. I don't know why I'm even avoiding, because I remember that video. Daniel spoke a lot at some point. Let's check on that first day when MARWA visited our grandma's place. Let's go to it. Let's see day 1. Here it is. All right, give me some time. Let me just check. If I don't get it very fast, I'll just avoid showing it. I'll avoid showing it, but it was somewhere there. Among the first days, day 1, of course. After road closed, they all smiles. Wow, we are building. OMG, God's plan from a thief to before that one. Beefing up security. I think it was after the Nairobi Hula Baloo. I think this is the video. Yes, this is the video here. Yeah, so I remember Daniel came up in this video.
What's going on over there? I'm doing the work. I'm doing everything.
Brian's grandmother says, guys, we've told Brian's grandmother that personally, me, Gitiriba here, and other people, we don't know who Brian is, including.
Yeah,
She's
here
the
it
only one
is.
who understands Brian deeply because they have lived together since Brian was 1 month.
Yeah, this boy was at minute 43.
Maybe it's money issue, because that is the only thing that makes Brian to move away from school, so that he came outside here maybe to look for money. Yes. So I think that's the big problem which faced Brian, and that is the main problem which makes him to.
You can introduce yourself so at least people can know you, my friend.
Okay, my name is Daniel Mwita Chacha.
How are you related to Brian?
He's my brother.
Oh,
Yes.
guys, here we say brother as long as any of my aunties or uncles, instead of calling each other cousins, locally here we call we call ourselves brothers and sisters. Yeah, it's very, very common in Africa. Instead of people saying this is my cousin, we don't say cousin, we say brother and sister.
Yes.
That's how we see. So you as a cousin, as a brother, what do you think is Brian's main problem? You've been around, you've seen his stories, sagas.
I think it's money, because even you can see,
Yes.
after taking somebody's properties,
Yeah.
he go and sell it so that he can get money.
Okay.
So I think that is the main problem which faces
Brian.
Brian.
Okay.
Which maybe if we could try
Okay.
put him in a way that he gets everything,
Yeah,
everything that he needs,
Yeah.
maybe he will not be able to
See this. Even if it's just Gitiriba, maybe I hope people can contribute. You take this project, you come even put for him cement. Just cement. and you bring him a table and a desk where he can sit, and then to continue. And then Brian will start cleaning his compound and still. Security is very poor here. You can see.
Go to school.
We want daylight. Daylight you put during the day, you put it there, and it's small. Because if you buy a huge system here, guys, things are not very okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then we get him a mattress. He doesn't even have a mattress. And maybe we buy him nice. Kama anarudi shule, mandazi anunuliwe, the school fees. Aya. Kitiriba, uko na namba yake? This young man, guys, says he doesn't have a smartphone. Or you have one?
No, I have this phone. That one.
Yeah, this one, you see, we cannot help each other with this one, guys. I think even number one, if Brian's money will come, we will take a little and buy him a smartphone. Because with that smartphone, we'll be able to help that boy. Because like me, I don't know how to communicate with him. If he had a smartphone, he would have seen this video today on YouTube and even comment there and see what even people want. Haya jamii. Sasa wewe utabaki na namba ya huyu, alafu tutaongea kutoka hapo. Wacha tuone venye wahisani watasema. 3 days or 4 kwenda hapo mbele.
Yeah, so yes, in this video, Daniel came up saying that he's an orphan. There is a place.
May it be even some days, even tuone tutasaidiana. America. Yes, he's the one.
Imagine
yeah.
Like me.
Yes.
I have no father, I have no mother.
Wow.
I live alone.
Wow.
I have to struggle so that I could get even 500 bob.
Yeah.
So that I can continue with my life daily.
Wow.
And about school fees, I used to say that God knows.
Yeah.
If it reached the time to pay,
yeah.
I used to do kibavibaru.
Manual work.
Yes,
yeah.
so that I could get even 4,500.
So even you are an orphan?
Yes, I'm an orphan.
Wow.
So that is the things that I used to do, by of which even I get the chance to enter in the class, I could not pray with a book.
Wow.
I used to read hard so that I know that when I work hard, by tomorrow I will have maybe at least life.
A good life.
So if I could get the chance like this of Brian, sure,
yeah.
Not be able to play with it even in a single.
Do you realize that when Daniel actually met Marwa that day, he already saw an opportunity, and he began saying, how I wish I got this opportunity as Brian. I would not waste it even a single day. I am an orphan. So, of course, he did not say whether he's a full orphan or whatever, but he insinuated that he does not have a father or mother. In my understanding, then I would believe he was saying he was a full orphan. But they always say, fake it until you make it. Hey, that is exactly what Daniel was doing. Now again, if you check him in another video, there's another video he did from a very funny home. Some 2 weeks ago, I believe. Yeah, he did a video from somewhere telling people that you've been asking me to show you where I live. And today, I'm going to show you. Let's just check. I think this one is the one. So, one thing with Daniel, is that he realized that he is very desperate. And when he saw the house being constructed for Grandma, he began to wish that he should also have the same. Let's look at this video, I think. Yeah, it is this one.
We have Brian. Utakuja hivi ukae vizuri. Alafu niseme hizo ngoma. Tafadhali mtoke nje. Sio wife yangu sana nao. Tafadhali niko live ajili kunisumbua. Guys, that people want to trying to Bana sima leo niko live amembona mtumia akili na kama.
You can see Daniel was actually quarreling in that video. He was practically quarreling because there are people who were making noise while he was on the live. And then there is a day he made a video while in a very poor house. I think that day he told people that he's coming out to show them where he lives. Okay? I don't know where the video is because I can't find it. But he came out to do some video from a certain house. Okay? And while doing that video, he showed us a very poor house that was a bit of demolished. Another day, this day when MARWA was actually going to take Masegeso and Brian to school. You remember that? That day again, it was on what? Last week, Tuesday? I think last week, Tuesday. Yeah, last week, Tuesday, I think. In that video, again, we saw a very poor house that Daniel was claiming it's his. So there is some sort of a quick desire to actually enrich himself. And that is what we are seeing. Daniel is very much of ambitious and desires to have the quick way, just like Brian was lucky to have. So this kind of thing is making him actually long to really have something. Unfortunately, his YouTube has not made him better, because for once, even if you have a YouTube with a lot of following, but you are not able to monetize it, it does not make sense to you at all. It's just like having a bank account and there is money that is freezed. You cannot actually be better. Your life will still remain the same. So now, I think these people, Chacha and whatever, realized this, and so they knew that because this boy was becoming so arrogant. Of course, you saw them quarreling. He also came up in some video talking about the quarrels they had with Chacha, and he was actually feeling like he's a boss at some level, because he has been watching over Grandma's progress and also overseeing the calculations, sometimes carrying money here. You know, it always comes with some feeling. You can feel like a boss. You can feel big. So possibly that thing happened to him. And in the process, he began to feel that he's big enough. He can survive even without Grandma. Anyway, today, there is a video that was done by Priska Sagati, I think. Let me just again bring it here. Priska Sagati says that the Chacha has finally resolved with Daniel. I'm like, okay, what are you trying to tell us? Because it's like you are playing tricks with us. And it's not a very good thing, right? Let's just look at this one. Priska Sagati did a video. And of course, I don't like when people have conflicts, but at the same time, the pretenders' apologies is not one of the things I like. I don't like pretenders, people who come and say, no, I'm so sorry I did this. And you finally say that it's over, but it may not be over. Let's look at this. Skip this, skip. What is this now?
Order a Glovo and receive it in minutes.
Glovo, really? Let's watch this. Yeah, so here.
As brothers. Sister Sagati, thanks so much for making it possible. Together we can make it possible.
Thank you so much. Keep chop, Ken. Thank you. A glass for you.
Thank you so much.
And the dancing movements. I know you're almost falling down.
Yes. Priska, I can see you are a true product of MARWA. Priska to the world. These 3 young kids, but everyone now is throwing soda. We are having Del Monte. Jeremy is here. He was our chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. To
Cooked a very nice chicken.
to spice everything up, Jeremy said, me, I will be cooking.
But I missed the chicken.
Eh?
I missed it.
Number 2, Chacha, let's see what you're cooking. Before we continue.
I'm the chef number 2.
Chef number 1 is resting.
I'm doing it.
Yes, guys. Guys, you might think we are lying, but these are chicken bones.
Chicken number 1. Chicken.
Chicken number 2.
How we did this, all the spices.
And everything. The main reason we want to come together, we want peace to reign. Peace is everything. Without peace, nations like
One trick Priska did.
yes,
Not the way to a man's heart.
it's through food.
Too strong. So I realized.
I told them I'm going to cook for you chicken. How many chickens do you want? They said 2. I said you got. I got.
Kindly take a second. All I can do for you, 1 to 5. Please go and subscribe. So we are starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you've gotten 5 and not subscribed to my channel,
Cheers. Cheers.
Okay, Priska Sagati is actually showing here that she is bringing peace, and peace is very important indeed. But then I'm looking at the sitting position of these people. I'm asking, is there peace, or are you trying to show us something else? Then tomorrow we hear something else. We are tired with these dramas in Nyabohanse, and this is a fake reconciliation, because why is Daniel Mwita sitting close to Priska Sagati, and yet the 2 people who came up with a video the other day saying that Daniel has a bad heart, he's a pretender, he cheats, are sitting together? In this case, I would expect that Daniel should sit in between these other 2, at least for us to be assured that there is peace. But this kind of show may not actually take long. I'm not a prophetess of doom, but I know where fake reconciliations are happening and real reconciliation are happening. In fact, when you look at Daniel, he's not comfortable. He is not. Let's look at this.
Cheers to peace.
Look at Daniel.
To happiness. Yes.
Okay.
You touch.
So sweet.
So sweet. Have you had mixing passion and pineapple is so nice?
I've never tasted before, but I can let me continue with my work.
Phenomenal flavor. Wow. So guys, yeah, really quickly
I'm led to say premium working from workstation. Thank you, sir. John,
But I know they are 20. Yeah, so guys, when you look at that reconciliation, do you believe that it's an actual reconciliation? Of course, we are happy. I wish that day were Gintu, Mogesi, Murimi, David Jr., who else? Max. There is somebody else. We have this other fella, Masubo. This lady that cooks. If I see all those people sitting together, I'll be so happy that the dramas of Nyabohanse will end and we will only react towards aspects and no dramas about wars. I'll be so happy. However, don't bring us fake reconciliation, because reconciliation is supposed to be from deep the heart. People should not come about to pretend and show us videos and take some juice together, yet they are hiding behind some camera. Look at this one. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him. Do you see any face of reconciliation here? Of course, unity is strength, but once you feel betrayed, and depending on the verbal aspect that people have come out and poured, there might not be any trust between you anymore. And already, when you look at these two, how they were talking about this one, and how this one has been acting, there's a lot of fakeness in them. Daniel, in the first place, is so greedy that he wants to actually get to the first move. He wants to be like Brian. And you can see that from the first day. On the other hand, Chacha and Benjamin are envious about Daniel because Daniel is making it somehow. In fact, even Marwa said it. But anyway, let's see.
Record today, enemy is poverty.
You might think there is no one who is willing, but there are people out there who are like, why have they come together now?
That's not human being. Being a human.
Why have they come together? Because they saw you losing. There's some people who wanted to see you lose.
Really?
You know that?
Yeah.
There's some people who wanted to see you fall because they were like, these people are rising. There's some people who felt bad with your second channel monetizing. Do you know that? They were very happy the other channel because when they saw it coming up really quick, they were like, how? Then when you said it's not monetizing, they were very happy. You know that? But when the other channel got monetized, they felt bad. So there are always those people who are like, they want bad for others, but 99.9%.
Yes, to ignore you.
Let me ask you, Priska Sagati. You are talking a lot there, but you people in Nyabohanze, how comes you could not help this boy to get that channel working? That is one thing that I've not understood up to now. Chacha tells Benjamin, Sagati, you've had your channel working for 1 year, and you could not simply help Daniel to have his channel working. So who are those you are saying were feeling very bad that Daniel's channel is being monetized? I don't think there is anybody from out. After all, how many people are making channels? Some of them are even being monetized in weeks. Others are taking years. Others are taking months. It is individual fate. Like today, I can testify, I started Facebook page earlier than some people. They started being paid before me, but I kept focusing and now they have monetized my page. Why should I feel bad about some other person who is earning, yet I cannot even influence or affect, even what I post is not same to what they post. Everybody has their own way of doing things. So Priska Sagati is here preaching, trying to say that other people out there are feeling bad. Why should I feel bad about Daniel Mwita's channel being monetized? Those people who are close to him were the one feeling bad. And of course it was Chacha and Benjamin. And even Marwa himself, why didn't he assist Daniel to have his channel monetized? That is something I don't understand. Anyway, let them keep moving. We hope for the best.
Yes. That guy, you are family, not DEE, period. That was the story of yesterday.
Yeah.
If you don't know that story, follow up my channel. I seen the video yesterday and you finished that story of that angry man.
Judy Moyo,
But also, basically, there's some people, the way you said it, there's some people when they saw the white they knew it.
They knew it. All right, so Daniel has come out to say that yesterday he did a video. Okay. Let's look at his other channel. It's Daniel and Brian. Yeah, I want to just show you something about what Brian did yesterday, and then after that we can end our video. I'm looking at the recent video he did yesterday. That's what I wanted to see. There's a video he did yesterday. You know, he doesn't post on It's Daniel Mwita, but he posts on the other channel. It's called what? Let me see. There's another channel that he started, and he was actually showing Yeah, the new channel, this one.
What's up, guys? It's Daniel Muita here and Brian.
Yeah, Daniel and Brian's
Guys,
journey.
welcome
That
to
is
this
the
vlog.
new channel that he
This
formed.
again, I believe
Daniel.
the channel. Yeah, he's calling Daniel and Brian. So guys, this is our channel. Please come up and show us love.
Yeah, so let's check on Daniel and Brian's journey. And the latest video he did was yesterday. Of course, people had begun saying that JT is side chatting this guy.
Catching me from, it's Daniel Muta here. Communicate with him through a call. And I can see you are on this live. Please, I'm telling you, my friend, it's better you go. I'm not tolerating with you. You know, you don't know me. You don't know my story. You don't know my background. And I think you know the way you are. I think I know the way you used to abuse people on the social media and acting that you're on my side. My friend, I don't know you. Please. I don't know you. Give me a peace. Give me a peace of mind. I can remember where I'm coming from. I know my background. And I will not be ready to see that I'm losing my blessings because of you. So please, leave me alone, my friend. I know my background. I know where I came from. See, my father is writing here where I'm sitting. It is not because I loved. And I think you have been following the story. You have been following the story concerning this our family. And I'm telling you the truth that I and the Chacha Tales and Robbie David, I love them because they are my cousin. Even if I don't know you are the one who tried to convince them and doing what for them, my friend, I love them. And I also started to put my audience knowing that I am against this person and I never talked to this person. So if you people, so I'm also insisting that if you people knows and have an evidence, the people that are saying that I'm talking to him, if you have an evidence, say. And you 2JT podcast, I know that you're still watching this my life. Tell me if there is a day I have talked to you or you have talked to me. Thank you for typing number 5 for the old people that are watching me. Thank you.
Oh my God.
So.
Yeah, so Chacha Tales was actually told that there are specific people you should never ever relate with. So Daniel actually had to come up in his video and address JT podcast and tell him, shame on you, but the spelling of shame is like the shame of my father, SHEM and not SHAME. I'm like, okay. At first I thought it's shemeji on you, JT podcast, only to realize he's telling JT podcast, shame on you. And I'm like, okay, JT podcast, what were you trying to do? I hope not, because I don't think there is any sense trying to go communicate to anybody in the village and then come say they will do this to you. There is no sense. Let everybody fly their wings. And if there is anything like that happened, I think it is not right. Anyway, we are ending this at this moment. I really appreciate all of you who showed up for me. I have to also go to my other channel and do some video. Thank you all of you for going to different channels that I'm trying to struggle with them and helping me out. Let's meet again tomorrow at a time like this or even earlier, because tomorrow I'll be at school, so I'll do more videos earlier. Bye. I may have failed to mention your name, but let me just check before I leave to see people who chatted me, because as I told you, my phone was not showing. Yeah, so I saw Benetta Wambui. Hey, Benetta Wambui was just there. Hey, I just fell down and I got a cut. So sorry. It hurts. I'm resting now. I changed my YouTube name because of someone who is very, very mean. I am coming back. I'm back, chief number 1. Thank you, Bernadetta Wambui. Oh, Bernadetta Wambui, you used to be called what before? Kelly Sharp says, I'm pretty sure I've seen other videos of these people and their way of life before. They must be popular. Mohammed Alehou. Yeah, those people are very popular from Tanzania. Chap says, hi. So sometimes when you are dealing with the phone, by the way, and then someone calls, when I was just starting the phone, the video, somebody called and I didn't want to actually let them down. I received the call, and that's how it affected me from seeing the videos. Okay, so I really appreciate, we are supposed to make this fun, correctional, and at the same time a commentary. So even if you come with a different thought, I just welcome it, because even when you give the reviews of books, people will feel you have not done it right or right. But then I am other videos, and in fact, once I have money, I'm planning to do more vlogs than reactions. Reactions will be going down with time until they win. But I want to focus more on vlogs. That is why you see that when I'm at work, I try so much to show up what I do, because that is my work. I spend more time in class than anything else. So, of course, I just add these other reactions, but the major thing is, it is teaching. Bye-bye for now. Have a nice day for those who are starting their day. And for those who will be going to rest like me, have a good night. Bye-bye for now. Thank you a lot for your love. Benedetta, Halima, Kelly Sharp, Chaps, Mohammed Alheu always comes handy, and anybody else. Thank you so much.